Alec. So 20 starters. What an exciting last two rows, but have a look at the first two rows. Jerry Coons Jr., Brian Clausen, Scott Buckley and Michael Pickens. Two Americans, two Kiwis up in front, 25 laps. Let's go racing in front of a packed house at Western Springs Speedway. Carl Warboys with a great start from the back, but it's Clausen leading the early laps. Track position all important as Pickens goes to work on Jerry Coons Jr. for seconds. Scott Buckley, he gets the inside run on Pickens. Pickens drives back around him. Shane O'Connor back in the fifth position. So Scott Buckley was the actual winner in the fifth and final heat. There was some relegations to Brad Lloyd as we heard from his interview. That meant Brian Clausen finished in the second position. Jerry Coons Jr. and Michael Pickens continue their battle from last season for the International Midget World Series. Jerry Coons Jr. won this race for the first night last year as Brad Mosen's gone around in the Big Ben 13. He'll get a restart. It doesn't look like there's any damage as we go back to the Indian file restart on lap 3. Clausen, Coons Jr., Pickens, Buckley, Shane O'Connor, Sean Inslee. So two of the United Truck Parts team cars inside the top 6. American Brian Clausen is your race leader as Pickens tries to get that top line to work with Jerry Coons Jr. Pickens working the top. There's still some traction out there. He's pulling wheel stands in the GVI 54 Brecker. Great shots off the infield. You can see the drivers at work inside the cockpit. Again, Pickens ranges to the outside of Jerry Coons Jr. Trying to get the run onto the pit straight. And these two are just tying each other up a little bit, and that's allowing Brian Clausen to get a bit of a lead in the early laps of the 25-lapper. Pickens around the outside of Jerry Coons Jr. Coons on the bottom. Pickens on the top. This time he makes the pass stick off the exit of 2. So that should release Michael Pickens to start chasing down Brian Clausen, who's been so impressive on his debut at Western Springs tonight. Scott Buckley still 4th, O'Connor 5th. What a start to the 10-11 Ampro Tool season for Shane O'Connor. And Scott Buckley, he's had a bit of a tough start, but he's really coming on strong on the first of the international nights. Shane Alec, the first of the real big movers from the back of the field, started all the way back from grid position 20. He is now up inside the top 10 as Brad Lloyd from position 9. Goes to work on Shane O'Connor for that 5th position. Over the past 3 seasons in the US, Lloyd's won more midget races than any other driver. 2-time Power Eye Midget Champion, won the Race of Champions at last season's Chili Bowl. So he comes into the equation as Pickens gets away from Jerry Coons Jr. Wayne Green having a strong run up inside the 10, just in behind Sean Inslee. So O'Connor 5th, Lloyd 6th. Go back to Green and Inslee. So Lloyd was using the top early. He switched back down to the bottom through 1 and 2. And that's where Jerry Coons Jr. is running through Town Bend, turns 3 and 4. As Scott Buckley now applies the pressure. Passes further back Michael Kendall and Carl Warboys. So Lloyd goes back to the top through 3 and 4, the second of the orange cars in that shot. There's Brad Mosen. He's battling with Michael Brunt and Carl Warboys. And at the moment, they're just in around that sort of 13th, 14th and 15th positions. And this is a long run on the green from the race start. As Lloyd runs a little bit wide, that allows Sean Inslee the opportunity to get up the inside. Lloyd drives back around him though. So that's the on-track battle for the 6th spot. Brian Clausen still your race leader in the United Truck Parts number 39 Mopar. Brand new race car for Brian Clausen. Touched the track for the first time tonight. There is the race leader. He set the fastest lap so far at a 14.9. And he looks very, very comfortable out in front. There's Michael Pickens in second. He's about 4 car lengths behind. And about a 10 to 12 car length gap back to Jerry Coons Jr. in third. Michael Pickens starting to close the gap. Clausen looks to be coming off the exit a lot straighter. Pickens, just have a look at that right rear tyre. It's very, very dark. I wonder if he's gone a little bit softer with the compound, maybe. As we go to our second yellow, and it's for a muffler down on the racetrack. It's off the 12K of Leighton Kendall. The Coke and Tool safety crew go and retrieve the muffler, and they'll put it onto the infield. So this will help Pickens and Jerry Coons Jr. as we go back to the restart. Now, just before this yellow, and you can see it there, Clausen is a lot straighter through the middle of the corner. He's not using that right rear tyre up as much as, say, Pickens and Jerry Coons Jr. are. Now, the telltale sign is that that right rear tyre, you see the centre of the tyre is a lot darker. As Scott Buckley, he's got a war on his hands with Sean Inslee, Wayne Green, and Shane Alec up into the 8th position from grid position 20. Loses that spot, though, to Brad Loyette. So that yellow's really closed things up. Shane Alec on a charge in the Parker store. Lucas Oils, BSL Racing number 11. Scott Buckley's got a problem in the team car. Buckley shuts down onto the infield in the SCAR Pacific BSL Mopar. So that undoes a good night for the former New Zealand Grand Prix midget champ. Well, what a race behind the top three. Shane O'Connor, he's right in behind Jerry Coons Jr. This is for third. Clausen still controlling things out in front, though. He's got about a second and a half advantage over Michael Pickens. This is the battle for third. Midget rookie Shane O'Connor battling with a USAC Triple Crown winner, Jerry Coons Jr., one of only 5 drivers that has ever won the USAC Triple Crown. All 3 USAC divisions. He's got titles in midget, sprint cars, and Silver Crown. Here's the reigning USAC midget champ, Brian Clausen, looking to win on debut at Western Springs Speedway. He's never been out of the USA. He's been so impressive, and he's got things under control. Pickens has tried everything, but Clausen's just been so smooth. Can Shane O'Connor get around the reigning International Midget World Series champion, Jerry Coons Jr. for third? Brad Loyette just in behind in 5th. Here's the race leader, Clausen in the United Truck Parts 39 Mopar, taking the win on opening night for the International Midget World Series. So Brian Clausen opens up with the win on night 1 from Michael Pickens, Jerry Coons Jr., Shane O'Connor, Brad Loyette, and Sean Inslee.
Brian, your first feature down here at Western Springs, you look like a happy man because you come through with a victory, led the whole race. Yeah, you know, it was a great race for us. We were able to get out front there early on and hold them off. You know, Michael Pickens was breathing hot down our neck there for a little while, and you know when you come here, you're going to have to beat him to make it here to victory lane. So we were able to hold him off there, and nobody better to beat than him for your first win here at the stadium. Couple yellows didn't really make a difference. Yeah, no, obviously when you're out front and you get in a rhythm like this, you don't want to see them, but kept us out of lap traffic, maybe out of harm's way, and Justin Inslee and United Truck Park gave me a great King chassis to work with tonight, and it was an awesome way to start our trip, but we got 3 more to go. Michael, a difficult night. Well, it looked like a difficult night out there on that track, 2nd place.
Yeah, I mean, second's a great result considering the track conditions are so hard to pass, like I said earlier, after that heat race, and we're just fortunate we qualified the way we did with our reverse draw in the first heat so we could pass some cars, but starting 4th and finishing 2nd on a track like that is we're happy and the car's straight, so just got to look forward to the next race on the 29th and do one better. Jerry, a tricky night really tonight. Started off pole and ended up going back to 3rd.
Yeah, not real happy with the way we run, but we beat a lot of other cars, but we were just a little off tonight. I mean, the car was decent through the corner, just didn't have any forward drive, and 3rd's not bad, but I've been a little happier if it was maybe if I was 3rd on the rear bumper, but they pretty much drove away from us, so not real happy. Got a little bit of homework to do.